Welcome to Dreamweavers, adult sleep stories where calm narratives and gentle histories guide you into restful sleep. In this story, we softly explore the quiet early days of Elon Musk in South Africa, unfolding moments filled with calm landscapes and quiet routines. If you find peace here, please like and subscribe to support our soothing journeys. Now, let us slowly drift into the peaceful beginnings of a remarkable life. Chapter 1. The Quiet Beginnings in South Africa. In the warmth of a slow afternoon, young Elon wandered through sun-dappled fields. Soft winds carried whispers of curiosity. The wide horizons stretched far beneath gentle skies that faded slowly into twilight. These quiet moments shaped his thoughtful mind, in a land where time often moved as softly as the fading light, inviting stillness and gentle wonder. Each day in the provincial calm brought rhythms of gentle routine, the sounds of distant birds, the rustling of leaves, and the soft hum of insects filled the air. Life moved like a slow river, untouched by rush or noise. Elon's small world embraced the quiet growth of simple things, where imagination could grow unnoticed amid the steady pulse of nature's gentle breath. The wide fields around his home were painted with soft earth tones under the lowering sun. Shadows stretched long across the grass, and the warm air settled like a slow sigh. Night approached with a peaceful hush, while glimmers of stars started to gather quietly in the deepening blue. These calm evenings folded gently over a boy whose mind wandered far beyond the horizon's edge. In such stillness, thoughts came easily and freely. Elon's curiosity bloomed gently like the wildflowers around him. Questions floated silently with the breeze, touching each corner of his calm world. The quiet spaces in his days were filled with wonder, slowly weaving the beginnings of ideas that would one day reach out to the vastness beyond those soft landscapes. The daily sun traced warm paths across his simple home and the small town nearby. Life moved steadily, without hurry. The evenings brought a gentle cooling and soft shadows that grew longer, coaxing the land into restful calm. These peaceful sunsets marked a slow ending to days rich with quiet discovery and gentle learning beneath the wide and tender South African sky. In the heart of this serene place, time whispered softly. Days melded into one another with a tender rhythm, unbroken and still. Elon observed the patterns of light and shade, the slow dance of leaves in the breeze. The calmness of his surroundings invited silent reflection, crafting a foundation of quiet strength and deep thought beneath the endless soft skies. Even when the night deepened, the gentle pulse of the world continued. The stars twinkled faintly, casting cool light on the resting earth. Crickets sang their slow lullabies as the breeze moved through tall grasses. Such quiet symphonies filled Elon's young ears, wrapping him in a cloak of calm as he dreamed of futures stretching far beyond the soft hills of his home. Slowly, the seasons turned with quiet grace. Each change brought gentle shifts in color and light. The soft rustle of new leaves, the distant calls of birds settling in for evening. The cool, soothing duskfall gently passed through Elon's days. The steady peace of this provincial life nurtured a mind ready to reach into the unknown with patient strength and gentle purpose. As dawn approached after tranquil nights, the world slowly awoke with muted colors and soft light. The gentle promise of a new day stirred softly in the air, continuing life's calm flow. In these quiet, slow ripening moments, the seeds of Elon's future began to take root among the soft plains of South Africa, shaped by the stillness and gentle pace of his early years. Chapter 2. The Steady Path to Knowledge and Innovation. Elon Musk's journey began not with sudden leaps, but with slow, deliberate steps. As he migrated, he stepped quietly into new worlds of ideas. Each day, he absorbed lessons like a sponge, blending the old and the new. With patience, he learned. And as he learned, he moved a little closer to the dreams that awaited him. In quiet rooms filled with books and flickering screens, Elon found himself walking the repetitive cycles of study and experimentation. This slow march, with its quiet rhythms, was not exciting on the surface. Yet, each repetition built layers of understanding, small bricks laid carefully over time. The steady work, unhurried and focused, shaped his view of the future, one thought at a time. His early ventures in technology were like delicate seedlings in a vast garden. They needed tending through repeated trials and errors. Each attempt taught him more about what worked and what did not. With each lesson he adapted, evolving his ideas gently but decisively. His persistence was quiet, almost invisible, but it carved a path through the unknown, winding slowly toward discovery and new possibilities. Migration brought change, yet also continuity. In each city and each new setting, Elon took time to explore, absorb, and reflect. His steps were deliberate, steady, never rushed. With a calm focus, he built knowledge brick by brick, experiment by experiment. The slow and stable progress was a foundation beneath the excitement that would emerge years later in grand inventions and bold ventures. In classrooms and workshops alike, the pace never quickened suddenly. Instead, it ebbed and flowed, with moments of contemplation stretching long across the quiet hours. Elon's mind turned slowly, considering ideas over days, weeks, and months. Each cycle of learning fed the next, forming a gentle spiral that reached upward toward greater wisdom. Innovation was not a burst, but a gradual unfolding, measured and sure. Experimentation was a patient art. Elon repeated processes again and again, sometimes to the point of monotony. But within that repetition his understanding deepened. The slow adjustments were like soft ripples expanding across a still lake. With careful observation he noted tiny changes, small improvements that built an ever-stronger foundation for future breakthroughs. This rhythm of slow progress was the pulse of innovation in his early days. Each step forward carried a quiet certainty, not loud triumph. Elon's path was layered with steady effort and small victories, many too subtle for others to notice. Yet these slow advances gathered strength. Like a gentle tide, they shaped the shoreline of his ambitions. In this calm persistence lay a powerful engine, driving him gently but irresistibly onward toward the unfolding horizon of possibilities. Slowly, ideas matured in Elon's mind, turning from rough sketches into clearer visions. This steady evolution required patience, reflection, and openness to change. Each new insight emerged softly, often after pauses of quiet thought. The repetition and reflection wove a thick fabric of knowledge and experience, steady and resilient. This fabric wrapped around each new venture, supporting it as it began to grow and reach into the unknown. Elon's educational journey was not a sprint, but a slow, consistent climb. With each subject, each project, he gathered new tools and insights. The slow cycles of study and practice were like soft footsteps along a long and winding road. each footfall deepened his understanding, extending the reach of his curiosity into uncharted territories of science and technology. The steady path was the rhythm of his early growth. Through repetition, reflection, and gradual advancement, Elon's early history formed a calm foundation beneath later achievements. The slow build of knowledge and innovation was not flashy, but it was essential. This steady path carried him gently forward, preparing him for the rapidly changing world to come. And in this quiet progression there was a hidden power, the strength of patience, perseverance, and thought. Chapter 3. The Emergence of Entrepreneurial Dreams. In the quiet corners of early ambition, Elon's journey into business began with small ventures. Each attempt felt familiar, a familiar repetition of trial and error. These initial startups rarely flew, but they laid the bricks for what was to come. Slowly, he gathered fragments of success, a few sparks in the calm monotony of effort, building patiently toward something greater. In his early days, Elon faced the gentle rhythm of routine work. Days passed with similar challenges, meeting the same obstacles again and again. Yet, in the quietly repeated patterns of his ventures, a subtle awareness grew. Each failure was like a whisper, teaching him lessons wrapped in patience and resilience, slowly shaping his vision amid the stillness of everyday business struggles. The emergence of entrepreneurial dreams did not arrive suddenly. Instead, it unfolded like a serene dawn, slow, steady, and deeply reflective. Elon's ventures, though small and often unremarkable to onlookers, were rich with learned wisdom. These steps forward, measured and deliberate, echoed the repeated cycles of growth and pause inherent in the world of startups. Each startup attempt carried the weight of hopeful persistence. Though outcomes were often modest, the accumulation of small wins quietly strengthened his resolve. This patient gathering of experience built layers of understanding beneath the surface, forming a foundation that would support the more daring leaps in the years ahead. The quiet work behind innovation was slow, but steadily purposeful. In this early entrepreneurial phase, Elon's focus remained on the iterative process, where repeated efforts sculpted the path forward. The slow turning of his ideas, shaped by small adjustments and steady practice, echoed the enduring nature of enterprise. Transformation emerged not in bursts, but through the gentle push and pull of persistence woven into the fabric of everyday efforts. The gradual accumulation of incremental progress served as a quiet drumbeat to Elon's evolving journey. Each business endeavor added a soft note to a growing symphony of experience. This repetition, though seemingly monotonous, was the steady pulse that carried him through moments of uncertainty and doubt, allowing the seeds of his entrepreneurial dreams to root deeply in steady soil. Innovation, in Elon's early experience, was less about sudden brilliance and more about patient unfolding. The slow, thoughtful approach mirrored the deliberate rhythm of nature itself. His journey through repetitive cycles of effort was like a calm river carving its way through stone imperceptible day by day, shaping a landscape destined for great transformation over time. His early ventures, often quiet and unnoticed, became the workshops of his emerging skills. Each repeated task, each completed project added to his growing craft, teaching him resilience and adaptability. The slow march of progress carried a gentle reassurance, fostering discipline and humility in the repetition that preceded greater innovation yet to come. While many might see the early days as ordinary and uneventful, for Elon they were foundational. The slow layering of experience, the quiet building of confidence, and the normalization of routine effort all created fertile ground for future breakthroughs. These beginnings were essential, marking the first gentle steps in a long journey toward visionary entrepreneurship. As this chapter closes, imagine the soft, steady rhythms of repetitive work, the patient gathering of small successes quietly preparing Elon for the challenges on the horizon. The emergence of entrepreneurial dreams is a slow dance of persistence and time, unfolding in quiet moments until ready to bloom. And so, the journey continues with no rush, just calm, deliberate steps forward. Chapter 4. The Methodical March of Manufacturing. In the quiet rhythm of the factory floors, machines hum a steady, repetitive song. Each component moves along the line, precisely placed, creating a pattern of progress that is slow but sure. This chapter follows the monotony and persistence of manufacturing, where countless identical steps gradually build complex machines, inching forward toward the future. Elon Musk envisions with electric cars and innovative technologies. The factory's conveyor belts glide endlessly under soft, steady lights. Each part, every bolt and wire, repeats its journey with a mechanical grace. As workers and machines perform synchronized motions, the production line murmurs a hypnotic cadence, echoing the persistent human effort behind every manufactured Tesla and spacecraft component. This constant repetition is the beating heart of innovation, slow but unwavering, shaping technology piece by piece. Metal parts snap into place in a measured symphony of clicks and clanks. The steady, unchanging pace allows for thorough inspection and corrections, ensuring perfection through repetition. The monotony of these motions contrasts with the excitement of the final product, reminding us that great achievements are often forged through countless routine gestures, silently advancing toward the creation of new electric vehicles and machines that will one day redefine transportation. Within these walls, the methodical march continues day after day. The hands of workers move with practiced efficiency, muscles remembering patterns etched by repetition. Slowly, the lines of assembly transform raw materials into functional parts, just as time transforms dreams into reality. This quiet persistence is the pulse that powers the modern odyssey, a rhythm of steady progress that carries ideas closer to tangible inventions, step by patient step. Through the factory haze, machines revolve, turn, and join pieces in an endless loop of creation. Every cycle repeats with subtle variations, inching forward with precision and care. As the products take shape, the steady pace of manufacturing mirrors the persistence needed to conquer the challenges of innovation. There is beauty in this unhurried flow, where every part and process aligns seamlessly to construct the future. The repetitive motion of assembling electric vehicles whispers of quiet determination. Each machine and component carefully connected, layer upon layer, reveals the patient craftsmanship behind these innovations. This slow rhythm is vital, as the pace of manufacturing defines the tempo for advances in technology. Just as a heartbeat steadies a body, the factory's metronome keeps the journey toward progress steady and assured, never rushing but always moving forward. As the assembly line pushes forward, it carries with it the dreams of engineers and visionaries. Each incremental step, each assembled part, builds the foundation for future possibilities. The mechanical motions mimic a dance, repeated thousands of times to perfect these technological marvels. In this deliberate repetition, there lies an unspoken promise here, steadfast commitment, to shaping breakthroughs that transcend today's boundaries and imagine what tomorrow might hold. Listening to the factory's succession of clinks and swirls, one senses a story of fragile progress. It moves slowly, methodically, almost meditative in its repetition, the ordinary vastness. Between human touch and machine efficiency crafts the electric vehicles destined to transform transportation. In every repeated motion and every passing moment, the manufacturing process embraces patience, a quiet yet powerful force driving the relentless pursuit of innovation beyond the ordinary. The long hours in production blend into one continuous flow of creating and perfecting. Workers and machines pulse together in a harmonious rhythm, connected by the goal of bringing complex inventions to life. Each repeated action, no matter how small, pushes the journey forward, inching us closer to new technological frontiers. This slow, persistent march through manufacturing reminds us that progress is often a steady walk, not a sudden leap. As daylight softens outside, the assembly line holds steady in its purposeful pace. The measured steps of manufacturing are a quiet hymn to endurance and focus. This chapter ends with the reminder that innovation is rarely instantaneous. It is built gradually, through countless repetitions of simple tasks, a steady march that presses onward, shaping the modern odyssey toward electric vehicles and beyond. Chapter 5. The Long Journey to Space. Exploration. The story begins not with a single leap, but a series of careful steps. From the earliest earth-bound inventions, humans dreamed of the stars. This chapter unfolds the slow and steady progress of space technology, a journey marked by countless tests and refinements. Listen closely as we explore the calm determination that fueled this persistent quest to reach beyond our world. In the early years, each new invention brought hope and challenge. Rockets were built with patience, tested again and again. Failures were not setbacks, but lessons whispered in quiet moments. Every flame ignited, every machine trial repeated under steady observation contributed to fragments of progress. Imagine the calm rhythm of these experiments, like a slow, measured breath, steadying the heart of innovation. The routine of innovation held a tranquil cadence. Engineers and scientists worked day after day, refining designs with focused care. Each component was scrutinized, from the smallest bolts to the massive engines. The testing process was long and repetitive, yet it carried a quiet hope beneath the monotony and enduring belief that these efforts would one day lift humankind beyond the blue skies and into the velvet blackness of space. As rockets grew more powerful, the dream stretched further. Space exploration was no longer a distant fantasy, but a goal approached with patience and method. Missions were planned with precision, and each launch, whether a success or a lesson in disguise, added pieces to the complex puzzle. The journey to the stars was composed of 1,000 quiet steps, each contributing to the steady climb beyond Earth's grasp. Time passed gently as the technology matured. Satellites and probes ventured outward, silently tracing paths through space. The quiet hum of control rooms and the repeated countdowns built a peaceful rhythm. Through these steady efforts, humanity's yearning for the stars deepened, soft and persistent like the slow glow of dawn breaking across a tranquil horizon, inviting dreams of distant worlds just beyond reach. The quest for Mars began as a whisper among many ideas, a dream nurtured over decades. Slowly, engines were designed to carry humans beyond Earth orbit. Testing cycles repeated endlessly, each trial echoing the patient footsteps of explorers on a long journey. Quiet determination underscored every detail. After countless refinements, the vision of reaching Mars became a steady beacon, a slow but sure path stretching far into the dark night. In the background of scientific progress, there was a calm humility. Innovators understood the vastness of the challenge. Each attempt was met with careful reflection and calm resolve to improve. The repetition was not tedious, but a mindful practice, a preparation for something greater. Through this quiet perseverance, the story of space exploration unfolded like a gentle breeze, carrying hope steadily across the endless night. Every setback was embraced as part of the journey. Slow adjustments followed failures, and plans were rethought with care. The meticulous repetition formed a rhythm as old as exploration itself. Like a patient traveler pacing toward a distant shore, the long voyage toward the stars required not speed, but consistency. The ambition to explore space glowed softly in the hearts of those who dreamed under starry skies. The long nights of testing and redesign were filled with quiet anticipation. Engineers and dreamers shared a calm focus, synchronized by the shared hope of reaching new frontiers. Each launch countdown echoed like a steady heartbeat, a reminder of progress made and goals still ahead. The breadth of space seemed immense, but step by step the journey unfurled, calm and certain, across a vast and waiting sky. Now, as we reflect on this slow journey, the dream remains alive. The path to space exploration continues, marked by repetition and refinement, patience and quiet strength. This calm ambition propels humanity forward, reminding us that great voyages are not hurried, but measured, woven from endless small efforts beneath an unchanging, star-filled sky. Chapter 6. The Dream of Mars, slowly approaching. Imagine a distant red world, vast and quiet, where hopes stretch gently like the soft Martian winds. Here, the dream of Mars is not a sudden leap, but a patient journey. We see slow preparations unfolding, intricate technologies shaped with care, all moving towards long-held visions. This chapter invites you to embrace calm endurance as humanity edges ever closer to its new home. The vast surface of Mars unfolds slowly in our minds, a landscape both desolate and beautiful. Here, the red dust whispers stories of ancient rivers and frozen ice hidden beneath rocks. As the dreamers and engineers work steadily from Earth, each plan is made with careful thought, guided by hopes that shimmer quietly in the distance. Such dreams require patience, like waiting for night to fall after a warm day. Every day, new technology carefully advances, with engineers testing systems that might one day protect human life on Mars. These slow steps build a framework of safety and sustainability. Preparations stretch across years, decades even, a steady rhythm like a heartbeat. This slow progress invites us to feel calm, to breathe deeply, knowing great things often rise from gentle, repeated efforts over time. We imagine the quiet habitats planned to rise from Martian soil, their domes glowing softly in the red haze. These places will whisper with the presence of humans, linking Earth and Mars with an unspoken promise of exploration and discovery. Visualizing these gentle beginnings fills us with a sense of peaceful hope. The journey ahead invites quiet endurance, a calm readiness to embrace what is slowly becoming possible. Large machines will one day traverse the Martian plains, moving slowly as they build the infrastructure of a new world. Each careful motion reminds us that this process cannot be hurried. It whispers a lesson in patience, teaching us that great dreams unfold like slow-moving shadows at dusk, with steady care and enduring resolve. This quiet promise fills the space between now and enduring resolve. As we imagine these steady motions on Mars, we feel a calm connection across millions of miles. The red planet becomes a symbol of persistence, a reminder that slowly, carefully, humans reach beyond their origins. These long-term visions foster a calm strength within us. The dream of Mars encourages us to rest easy, knowing some journeys need time to flourish, like seeds waiting quietly to bloom under patient skies. Each preparation for Mars is a small step tied closely to many others, forming a chain of hope and determination. This slow unfolding is like the soft spreading of twilight, merging night and day with quiet grace. Thinking of this helps us settle into the rhythm of patience, to breathe in calm and exhale tension. Through this gentle imagining, we feel a quiet anticipation wrapped in peaceful endurance. The dream of Mars represents more than exploration. It stands for long-lasting hope carried with tranquil strength across vast distances. These slow plans invite us to imagine a future made of quiet moments, steady calls to perseverance. As we envision this, the expansive, gentle beauty of the red planet unfolds in our minds, a wide canvas where dreams linger softly in the calm. Preparing for Mars is not a race, but a slow, unfolding story stretching through time. It requires a steady hand and a patient heart. Each day builds upon the last, creating a foundation strong enough to hold future generations. This thoughtful progress teaches us the power of endurance, the beauty of waiting with calm spirit as distant hopes slowly come closer to touch our lives. As we close this chapter, the dream of Mars lingers gently in our thoughts. It is a promise of patience, hope, and steady progress amid the quiet vastness of space. Let this calm vision settle over you as you drift, carrying the steady rhythm of slow endurance. The red planet's quiet beauty invites you to dream, along with it, softly, peacefully, invites you to dream, along with it, softly. Chapter 7. Reflecting on the Modern Odysseys. As our journey through Elon Musk's story comes to a gentle close, we find ourselves immersed in quiet reflection. The steady, purposeful steps of progress seem to mirror the calm rhythms of the night sky. Each repeated cycle of effort holds a beauty all its own, much like the stars that softly anchor our dreams and hopes for the future. In this serene conclusion, we contemplate how persistent innovation, despite its repetitive nature, shapes the vast horizon before us. The slow, thoughtful march toward new frontiers feels like watching distant constellations shift just slightly, always moving yet constant. It reminds us that progress is a patient companion, often unseen but always present in the fabric of human aspiration and the peaceful night. The echoes of hardship, endurance, and quiet determination resonate softly here, as the odyssey of technology unfolds like a calming tide. Each repetitive action in manufacturing and discovery reflects the meditative rituals of a night spent under starlight. Together, these patterns become a lullaby, inviting us to rest within the journey, as much as in the dreams it inspires. As darkness spreads across the sky, the slow illumination of ideas and breakthroughs continues a timeless dance. The calm horizon stretches wide, full of promise and the whispered hopes of those who dare to dream beyond the ordinary. our reflection deepens, pulling us gently toward a space where innovation and tranquility coalesce, creating a soothing balance between progress and prequilus, creating a soothing balance between progress and peace. The story of Elon Musk's Odyssey is much like the night itself, clear, vast, and filled with quiet momentum. We see repetition not as monotony, but as a hum of life that fuels every small step forward. This rhythm, soft and steady, helps keep awake the flames of possibility while inviting our minds to drift softly toward restful horizons shaped by human dreams and cosmic wonder. Through this lens of calm reflection, we appreciate how innovation moves slowly, yet surely, like the reliable turning of the earth beneath the starry vault. Each moment of repetition adds weight to ambition, while the night sky gives that ambition room to breathe and unfold. There is comfort here in the steady footsteps forward, and peace in the endless sky that cradles humanity's quests. This peaceful horizon also carries lessons in patience and persistence. Just as stars hold their place for eons, so too does progress require time and quiet endurance. Each repetitive loop in technology and exploration shapes the future, just as countless cycles of day and night frame our passing moments. In such rhythm, we find both calm and hope, anchored firmly in the vastness of the cosmos. As we near the end of this modern odyssey, the gentle night sky reminds us that true advancement is not always loud or immediate. It is in these soft, repeated steps that the future takes shape. The dreams guiding humankind towards the stars are quiet, tireless, and endlessly patient, much like the stillness embracing us, now a perfect balance between ambition and serene restfulness. The calm horizon also invites us to dream with open eyes, carrying the weight of human aspiration with tenderness and grace. The Odyssey we reflect upon culminates herein, a tranquil space between what has been achieved and what is still to come. This quiet moment of contemplation helps soothe the restless mind, encouraging gentle sleep wrapped in the warmth of hopeful possibilities. Finally, as we close this chapter, let us carry with us the calmness of the night and the enduring spirit of innovation. Much like the stars that illuminate our darkest hours, the repeated yet purposeful journey forward holds a quiet beauty. May this reflection guide us gently into peaceful dreams, inspired by the timeless dance of progress and the soothing calm of the midnight sky.